This is your fucking moment. You only get one moment in life.
My throat's sore, had a sore throat for a month and a half, and this is not an acoustic environment that's suitable to request this from me.
I don't give a fuck.
Your language is offensive. Fuck you. It's called mind fucking. You ever been mind fucked before?
Hiding your valuables in your anus.
Oh my God! Why does this keep happening to me?
Broadcasting live from the Cocaine Energy Supplement Studio in downtown Cleveland.
This is the funnest night ever!
And the nipples. I'll take 2.
On morningshowcentral.com.
Don't interrupt me again.
Okay.
You think you got issues?
Please, enlighten me.
Wait till you get a load of these clowns.
Who the fuck are you?
Come here to get your weekly fix of Sick and Twisted.
Yeah, it's got its tongue up my ass.
No.
It's uncensored net noise.
Come on in. Oh, and bring your whore. We'll all do some blow.
What the fuck's going on? Leave it alone.
On morningshowcentral.com.
Yeah, that was probably the first sign of the apocalypse.
Previously on Uncensored Net Noise.
I just want to say Happy Black History Month to everybody out there. I just want to say that to everybody. All right. I'm glad Black History is only, like 2 weeks or whatever the hell it is. And then when spring comes and then we're done. I better watch. I got a black guy in there. He's going to kick my ass.
Everything is closing in. All this emptiness, it surrounds me. With everything I feel, I just know, oh, it's changing. I just can't sleep without you here.
I think I can fix that for you, Bonnie. Let me look in my archive of big-breasted women.
I just want to let you know that you make me weak.
No, I'm not talking about my wife, neither. You can't have her.
I'm surrounded. All these memories, they surround me.
So we're all not dead, I guess. That meteor didn't hit us, or that big old asteroid didn't hit us. So, ready for another boring show? Here we go. I do have a story about a dude, some young teenager that was caught outside of some park having sex, and the police told him to move along, and I'll tell you the rest of the story in a minute.
It doesn't matter where I go, 'cause I just can't sleep without you here. I just want to let you know that you make me weak, and now I fear I'm surrounded.
All I know is I'm ready for spring, man. This winter stuff is like killing me. I don't know if anybody's seen the temperature in Cleveland, but tomorrow is supposed to be cold. The next day is supposed to be cold, and then Monday it's supposed to warm up, and then Tuesday it's cold again. I'm ready for spring, man.
I'm caught in my feelings again. They're ringing out inside my head. It's
You know, I was listening to that douchebag this morning, Bonnie, and it's the same old crap, man. Same old crap on his show.
everything that
The only thing good was he had POD in studio and they played live. I wish I could have got those guys. Oh, I almost did, but I got fucking railroaded. I got cock-blocked by a douchebag.
Just wanna let you know that you make me weak, and now I feel it doesn't matter where I go.
I don't know if you want to call it that, but not really, but I don't know. Should I be?
Because I just can't sleep.
If you want to know what I'm talking about, get in the chat room. Bunny's in there talking to me through chat. So if you want to get there, go there. morningshowcentral.com.
I just wanna let you know that you make me weak, and now I feel I'm surrounded.
All right, you want to call the show? The number's 888-668-0742, or get to the website, morningshowcentral.com. Jump in the chat. I'm in there right now. Bastard Bunny's in there. You got a few other people in there right now. Got a good show for you tonight. Let me see if I can find that. Where did I do with it? Okay. I have a guest in studio. How am I going to answer that? Hey, someone in the green room, go grab that front door for me, please. I can't leave. I don't know why. It's probably the intern. He probably locked himself out. But anyways, I got a good guest in studio. And he's going to be here. His name's Derek. And Derek Paul, DePrator. He's going to be in studio a little later tonight. We're going to talk to him. He's got this new EP that he just put out. And we're going to talk to him and find out a little bit about his new EP and everything. So, yeah, that's going to be, we're going to talk to him and find out what's going on. I know he's got a bunch of projects. He's doing side projects and everything. He was with a band at one point, and then he decided to move on to greener pastures and decided to start doing his own thing. So, yeah. So we're going to talk to him for a little bit and find out what's going on. Yeah. Well, if you could find that, Bunny, let me know, man. I definitely need the funding. All right, I do have a story in the news here about a man, like I was saying before the show. He was caught having sex, okay, in a middle of a square, I guess a town hall or something like that. He had a tent, and right next to the tent was a bench where, people sit. So basically, a police officer was walking by, saw them engaged in sexual acts, okay. So the police officer just gave him a verbal warning saying, look, you guys can't do this here. Go find a room somewhere. Well, they had a tent already, made. I guess there was some sort of like festival going on or something like that. And they took their kinky ways to the tent and then waited for the cop to leave. And then when the cop left, they came back out of the tent, went back to doing what they were doing, and the cop saw them again and busted him. So now he's in jail. He's 19 years old. He'll never learn. And he was having sex with some other girl on a bench in a park. Now, I've done some crazy things in the past, but I don't think I've ever done anything that nuts. Now I'm going to bring up something that I'm probably going to get smacked when I get home. Now, my wife has done some crazy things in the past, where she had sex in a church at one point, but I've never had some really, really crazy sex anywhere. Well, I take that back. There was one place. Yeah, it was in a freezer, but that wasn't good. So, but yeah, I can't really figure out the whole meaning. I'd rather have the I don't know. Chris, come here. Intern Chris, come here a minute. Come over here. Come in here real quick. Hurry up. All right, get on that mic real quick. Let's hop on that mic real quick. I got a question. Have you ever had any like crazy sex anywhere?
Yeah.
Okay, where was your craziest places you had sex at?
In my job's office.
Your job's office.
Yeah.
The current job that you're working at now?
No.
Okay, all right. All right. So I think you want to throw that out there right now if you did.
It's an old job I did in the closet of the job, in the parking lot.
Was this a coworker?
Yeah.
This was a coworker.
Yes.
All right. See, I've never had any like crazy. Like I said, I had sex in a freezer at one point, but I've never had sex like in an open area where people are walking by that can actually see you having sex.
I did in the park.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did anybody catch you or see you?
No, it was like late at night.
Oh, late at night.
Yeah.
Like, did you go like to a metro park or something like that?
Yeah, it was like a neighborhood park.
Okay.
Around her house.
All right, and she enjoyed it, correct? I mean, being out there in the open and everything, right? She liked it, right?
Like the
spontaneous thing.
Yeah, spontaneity of it.
I think this is what this kid was trying to do. I think he was trying to have like a spontaneous sex, and the cop ruined it for him.
But you're not supposed to do it like where you can get caught. Like
right, exactly.
Scope out the place first.
Well, on here it says on Valentine's Day. This is when he had sex. Okay, I mean, the police arrested a man twice having sex in a tent at Marion Square. Okay.
He got caught and went back.
Right. He went back.
Place.
Exactly. He went back to the same place and he had sex there again.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Right. While patrolling the grounds, because they had some sort of like Marion Square type festival thing or something like that. Shortly after midnight, Thursday, a police officer said he stumbled upon Brian Williams, 19, of Maryland, and an unknown woman having sex on a bench inside of a tent. Wow. So they took the park bench, moved it inside the tent, and had sex on the bench.
He's an idiot.
Yeah, that's what I said, though. So now he's in jail right now for, indecent exposure and disobeying the law and disorderly conduct and unlawfully trespassing and all this other stuff. So he's held on bond right now. He's in jail, and he's got to come up with at least $3,000 to get out of jail. So don't have sex in a public place, man. I mean, and get caught. I mean, if you're going to have sex in a public place, I mean, that's fine. I mean, that's your thing. But, I mean, do it in a manner where you're not going to get caught.
Yeah, be smart about it.
Be smart about it. Don't let, if you see headlights coming or a flashlight coming, it's time to zip up and leave.
And don't go in the same place twice.
Right. Move off to a different location. I mean, I guess it was a tent. They would have to tear it down and remove it or something like that. I mean, come on. Really? He couldn't find, like, another location, like, in his basement of his mother's house or something like that, or
in the car like everybody else.
Well, that's if he drives. I mean, we don't know if he owns a car, and in the story it says nothing about a car. Right. So, I mean, the thing is that you would I would say a hotel or a motel or something like that. What are they, $60 or $70 or something like that?
Yeah. He's 19.
Yeah, he's 19, so he probably doesn't have any money.
Mother's basement.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, maybe the backyard of his house or something like that when his mom goes to sleep or something. Garage, if he has one. Yeah. I think that would be well suited for him. Yeah. Not in a big old public square in Maryland where people can see you and cops are going to stumble across you and twice and arrest you. Right. So, yeah, dumbass. All right. Thank you, Chris. I just wanted to see what crazy place you had sex in.
Yeah, I'm nuts.
Yeah, I see that. All right. I do have another story here. That Carnival Cruise ship that was at sea for the longest time, and they lost power due to an engine fire, has, I guess, came to port, and all the passengers are now off. But it didn't take long for the passengers on board to file lawsuits against Carnival Cruise. So the first lawsuit against Carnival Cruise Lines has been filed and is expected to bring a wave of other lawsuits against the Carnival Cruise ship lines or whatever they call themselves. Terry, 25, of Texas, filed a lawsuit today in Miami federal court calling the Disabled Triumph Cruise a floating hell? I would say so. I mean, but here's the thing. You know, you're lucky you're back on dry land instead of still at sea right now. You're lucky that they got you back, but it took forever, though. He said it was deplorable. There was feces everywhere, and the smell was horrendous on board. And but according to other sources, they were saying that the workers of the Carnival Cruise Line were really, really diligent in their job to make sure that these little bags that they were pooping in were picked up immediately and casted away, so that way they wouldn't be in the quarters, they're in the rooms that these passengers were sleeping in or staying in, or whatever the case may be. There was no lights or whatever. There was no way to, do anything on the ship or whatever the case may be. And they were just like a floating log out there in the middle of the sea. No pun intended. But he said it was horrifying. And he filed a lawsuit in Miami. And I'm sure there's going to be more knuckleheads along the way to file lawsuits against Carnival Cruise Lines. This isn't the first time that something happened to one of their cruise ships. I can remember a couple times that there was some sort of issues with one of their other ships that was out at sea, and they lost power or something like that as well. So, yeah, you're probably going to have a bunch of nutbags filing more lawsuits along the way. I do have another story here, and it's kind of funny. This toddler, he was at home, sitting in front of his refrigerator. You know those little blocks that they're on refrigerator doors that are magnetic, Well, I guess his parents had 42 of them up there. And the little boy was playing and everything. And the parents came in and noticed that all the magnets were missing. And they wanted to know where they went to. So they asked the little toddler, do you know where they went? The little boy didn't reply to them, and they found out later that the little boy ate all 42 magnets, and now they're in the belly of this little boy. If the little boy gets close to the refrigerator, he might stick to it. So the 12-month-old toddler swallowed more than 40 magnets. They had to rush him to the hospital, where they had to remove all these magnets some way, shape, or form. Some of them were small little letters, and others were a little bit bigger than the size of, let's say, like a push tack, those little pins, about the size of those. And they let a little 12-month-old play with these things, and now he's in the hospital right now getting all these things removed. And they did an ultrasound scan, and found all 42 magnets in the boy's digestive system. Wish I had a picture of it. I would show it to you, but they didn't have one. Well, they had one on the sheet here, but it wasn't big enough to show on the air. But you can do a Google search for it. I bet you'll be able to see it, though. But you can see them all in his intestines and everything, the way they have it, the picture and everything. And now he is in the hospital waiting to either remove them through his rectum, or they're going to make them come back up the way he swallowed them, which they're probably going to give him like castor oil or something like that and make him throw them back up or something like that. But, yeah. So, yeah, he's got all these magnets in him, and, that's something you shouldn't do. Leave little things laying around for a little toddler to pick up to take and play with or whatever. You guys remember the guest we had on the show a couple years back, the guy from the Heart Attack Grill, John Basso? Well, evidently there was a death at the Heart Attack Grill. This is probably the second one or third one that happened from the Heart Attack Grill, from what I've been seeing online. But this one is the spokesman He died of a heart attack. Now, if you don't know what the Heart Attack Grill is, let me explain. The Heart Attack Grill is basically a place where you can go to get a triple bypass burger. And basically on this hamburger is nothing but lard, okay? They dip their meat in lard. They dip their fries in lard. On top of that, they sell Lucky Strike cigarettes in the place so you can smoke inside the establishment. And they also sell all kinds of, like, you know, pops and beers and everything else inside the place or whatever. And one of these triple bypass burgers is like so far off the scale of calories. It's crazy. You eat one of these things and you're definitely going to have a heart attack. So, this guy's been, at the Heart Attack Grill as a spokesman for a few years now. He was, 52 years old. He was waiting for a bus in front of the restaurant last week, and he suffered cardiac arrest and was removed from life support on Monday afternoon. The restaurant owner, John Basso, told the Las Vegas Sun the Heart Attack Grill slogan, "Tastes worth dying for." So basically, he died eating one of these hamburgers. It was a 3-pound quadruple bypass burger. Now, when I say quad, it's 3 pieces of meat or 4 pieces of meat with lard dripping from it. The bun is dipped in like butter, and it's all fried up. Everything is fried up. They don't use any kind of artificial like canola oil to fry their I guess their potatoes or whatever the case may be. Their French fries. They use pure lard, Crisco, right out of the can. You know, so they're. I guess the owner, John Basso, he is really mourning the guy's loss. He was really a big public figure at the Heart Attack Grill. I've been trying to reach out to John. He was on our show not too long ago. I think it was maybe last year or something like that. He was on the show. We talked to him, but we're going to try to get him back on the show to find out exactly what happened and find out what's going on at the Heart Attack Grill as well, though. I still like to go to it. I want to see what this place is about, but I don't know about eating the hamburgers and smoking Lucky Strike cigarettes. I might just go there, but the waitresses there are super hot. I mean, they're dressed up in nurses' outfits. They'll bring you anything that you want. The owner, John Basso, walks around in, I guess, doctor's attire. He has scrubs on. He's not a real doctor. They call him Dr. John Basso, but he's not really a doctor. He's just a doctor inside the kitchen of the Heart Attack Grill. And outside the front of the establishment is an ambulance that is parked in front of it. And every now and again, he puts the nurses inside the ambulance and drives around the city with these girls and gives out samples of the Heart Attack Grill's products. So I like to go visit the place. It's in Las Vegas, but I don't know about eating any of this stuff. The fries are called flatliner fries. And the drink, like the Coca-Cola, is called full sugar Coke. So basically, it's like the old style Coke from back in the day, which was full of sugar. So they get that. And butter fat shakes. And they also sell no filter cigarettes, which are Lucky Strikes. All these meals are high in calories, and yeah, they will kill you. And this guy that passed away, that's all he ate was from the Heart Attack Grill, and I can see why he passed away. All right, I got one more story here. Speaking of staying on the food topic, well, the drink topic or whatever, a woman dies from drinking 10 liters of Coca-Cola a day. She drinks 10 liters of Coca-Cola a day. I don't know. I couldn't drink that much pop in a day, or that much soda in a day, however you say it. A chick in New Zealand was sent to the hospital, and she was pronounced dead from drinking 10 liters of Coca-Cola. A New Zealand coroner has classified the cause of death by consuming all this Coca-Cola products. And now they're looking into the matter a little bit further about the drink itself and what it contains and all this other stuff. So I can tell you right now, if you drink 10 liters of Coca-Cola, I don't care what kind of pop it is. It could be Pepsi, it could be Coke, it could be whatever. I don't care what it is. It could be any type of pop. If you drink 10 liters a day, of course you're gonna die. You're gonna have a sugar. You're gonna bottom out from drinking that much. You're gonna have a sugar high, and then all of a sudden your pulse is gonna drop out from underneath you, and you're gonna die. I mean, drinking that much sugar is gonna and all that caffeine too. Throughout the day, it's gonna kill you. I mean, I wouldn't mess with that. That's crazy. So, stay away from the Coca-Cola. That's one thing you want to do. Just stay away from that shit because, especially 10 liters of it, that'll kill you. All right, I got this last story. I said this. The other one was the last one, but this is a good one though. Man accused for holding Walmart worker hostage. This happened in Glendale, Arizona. A man is accused for trying to take about a dozen Glendale store employees hostage while brandishing a fire extinguisher. Yep, I said a fire extinguisher. Glendale Police 23-year-old Ryan Herman is being held on suspicion of unlawful imprisonment, assault, shoplifting, and aggravated assault of an officer. Police say the incident began Sunday when Herman allegedly tried to steal a pack of cigarettes from Walmart. Go figure. When an employee confronted him, he reportedly left the building with the pack of cigarettes and returned to throw his keys at the employee. Store employees told Herman ordered him to sit down on the floor and in the break room and locked the door. Police arrived and saw Herman holding a fire extinguisher. The officer deployed his taser on Herman, and he was arrested. Someone steal a pack of cigarettes from Walmart, you bunch of idiots. I can't figure that out, though. Then there was another dude from Walmart that held some people at a hostage as well, and he demanded 3 $25 gift certificates, and he would release the hostages if he got 3 $25 gift certificates. Why would you want a gift certificate from Walmart in the first place? I wouldn't. There's nothing really there for me to get. I just don't get it, though. All right, real quick, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to get Derek DePrator on the show. We're going to talk to him a little bit. He's got this CD. He sent it to us in the mail a couple weeks back, and we're going to talk to him a little bit about that. He was also in another band. We talked to him a while back about the other band he was in. We'll find out a little bit of information. I don't want to go too deep into it, but I want to find out what his current gigs or current things he's doing right now. So, and he's got a bunch of shows that are coming up too, so you might want to go check some of them out as well. All right, we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll get him on the show and we'll talk to him. You're listening to Uncensored Net Noise on morningshowcentral.com.
Don't touch that mouse, or we'll come to your home and pistol whip you. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. Right here on morningshowcentral.com. Are you tired of all the overhyped advertisements for energy drinks and energy supplements?
Maybe skydiving from a suborbital spacecraft or jumping a snowmobile over 80 buses is not in your agenda!
Maybe you just want to make it through the day effectively. Whether it's work, school, or raising a family, life's demands can be overwhelming. When you need that extra kick in the butt to help get you going, try Cocaine Energy. You'll not find a more effective energy supplement. Cocaine Energy has higher caffeine content per ounce than any other energy supplement on the market, and it's safe. Worried about the side effects of so much caffeine? We got you covered. Cocaine is scientifically formulated to mitigate against the side effects normally associated with large doses of caffeine, such as the jitters and heart palpitations. So what are you waiting for? Try cocaine today, because life doesn't wait. Cocaine is available at local retailers and online at www.drinkcocaine.com. That's drinkcocaine.com. Once again, that's drinkcocaine.com. This product does not contain the drug cocaine. Duh. This product is not intended to be an alternative to an illicit street drug. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Not recommended for children, pregnant women, or people sensitive to caffeine.
Hey, this is Steve Snyder from Twisted Sister, and you're listening to Uncensored Net Noise.
If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningshowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com.
You want a date? I'm gonna puke on you. Gee, I don't think I have a price for that.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. Right here on morningshowcentral.com. If you have a product or service, let people know about it. Get your message out there and advertise on MSC Radio Network. It's easier than you think, and the whole planet is listening. Find out how you can advertise. Email Chris at morningshowcentral.com. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. Hey, local bands and unsigned artists. What if I told you there was a place in Cleveland where you can get your merch made and have it sold in one location? What if I said you could bring your CDs and tickets to upcoming shows to this location? And what if I said you could do live acoustic sets at this location? I bet you're thinking there's no such place in Cleveland. Guess what? You'd be wrong. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland, and tell him you need merch made and you want to sell it in his store. Now, how cool is that? You can tell your fans to come down and get your stuff, and I think he'd ship your products to your fans. And he's local. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland today. 216-622-0377. That's 216-622-0377. Call the show toll free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on morningshowcentral.com.
Oh, wow. Language.
Okay, he was PMSing.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. Check out Uncensored Net Noise every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here. Uncensored Net Noise on morningshowcentral.com. Oh, great. Not another Farmville request. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/morningshowcentral. Denying one Farmville request at a time.
Prepare to get your cock rocked to kingdom come.
Welcome back to the show that doesn't discriminate. We'll bang everyone equally.
You can handle that? You got a job.
It's Uncensored Net Noise. From the Cocaine Energy Supplement Studio, you're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. It's Uncensored Net Noise. Welcome back to Uncensored Net Noise. Live on morningshowcentral.com. If you'd like to call the show, 1-888-668-0742.
Last night I passed exit 231. Lit up
just like heaven's door. Well, it's way out yonder at the edge of town. Never realized how far before. Dark drive in a heavy rain. Skidding trucks gave us a fright. But God bless the bankers who built that mall, for they don't skimp out on highway lights. I'm in New York, I'm in Washington, and I'm in Cleveland, I'm in pain. Thank God for exit 231, lets me know I'm home again. To drive you home that way, back when you still rode a bike. Now I mostly talk to you in dreams, 'cause I can't see how I'd like. Well, I'm sorry for all I put you through, and I know you're sorry too. We couldn't help it, we understand that it don't matter in the end. Yeah, I'm in New York, and I'm in Washington, and I'm in Cleveland, I'm in pain. Thank God for exit 231, lets me know I'm home again. Just one more day that I have stayed alive. Ain't got much to say, just letting you know that I thought of you. Tonight on that slick highway, I'm in New York, I'm in Washington, I'm in Cleveland, I'm in pain. Thank God for exit 231, lets me know I'm home again. Lets me know I'm home again. Lets me know I'm home again. Lets me know I'm home again.
Previously on Uncensored Net Noise.
Uncensored Net Noise, you're on the air. What's up?
Oh. Hey, what's up, man?
What's up? You got a question for the guys?
Nah, this is,
No, quick, hang up on him. He's nothing. Quick, hang up. Hang up
goodbye.
on him. And delete.
It wasn't a joke.
All right. Do you have a question? Go ahead.
Think of something.
This is the drummer. I was just calling to say what's up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's our drummer, John Anderson.
Okay.
Hey, thanks for stopping by. Okay, gotta go.
This is 2 minutes I'll never get back.
If you play the tape of our show backwards, you'll discover a secret message. Welcome back to Uncensored Net Noise.
All right, we're back. You want to call the show? The number's 888-668-0742. Or get to the website, morningshowcentral.com. Jump in the chat. I'm in there right now. I'm here with Derek. We're going to talk to him for a little bit and find out what's going on. Also, before we do, I want to let you guys know, go to our website, morningshowcentral.com. There you'll be able to find the brand new MSC Radio Network t-shirts. They're $15. All you got to do is call Rick over at Rock City, Cleveland, and he will ship one out to you, or you can go to his store. All the information can be found on our website at morningshowcentral.com, and I'll also put it up on our website at or the show website at uncensorednetnoise.com as well. So we're going to talk to Derek a little bit, find out what's going on with him, and see what's happening here. So welcome, Derek.
Hey man, how's it going?
Come a little closer though, so I can hear you.
All right.
That's better. So the new EP that you got out right now. So tell me a little bit about it.
It's okay. Well, after the whole thing with Medicate didn't really work out,
right?
I pretty much just went back to what I was doing in the first place, which is stuff like that. I mean, I've been playing music like that for 20 years. I've done more of it than I've done metal or hard rock or anything else for that matter. It's just I quit doing it for a while. Just various I had somebody attempt to manage me, and that was pretty much like yeah. And I got so frustrated after that, I quit playing for a while, and I was like, well, I can like look for something else to do or something. So I got a hold of or actually, that guy Chris Rude, the bass player, had gotten a hold of me, and around the same time I had gotten a hold of Chris Noble, and we started this band. And I didn't really have a lot of ideas for like the future of our music. Like the songs that we wrote were like the only metal hard rock tunes I had written in the past like 25 years that I've been playing guitar, because that's like about the least of what I've done. I mean, when I was in Breaker and when I was in Virgin Killer, I was a bass player. As far as most metal folks are concerned, I'm still a bass player, because Medicaid didn't really get out there too much. We did I think 7 or 8 shows.
Okay.
We did 3 or 4 shows when I was a singer, which is like when we were on here.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a while, I quit singing because I just can't sing like that.
Right.
And we got this guy, Dan Simone. Well, the problem was he lives an hour away from me. As we discussed on the way up to the studio, I live out in the boonies, but it's nice and quiet where I live.
Right.
Which means that even just to go to any open mic night that makes any sense to go to, I got to travel at least for half an hour. So, I mean, luckily, people have been really nice to me since I started doing this again, and they usually I go out to an open mic night and people still buy 1 or 2 CDs, which is like, oh, thank you. Because I mean, it's like I got to do round trip an hour to do
exactly
anything that's worthwhile doing, like anything in Lakewood or whatever.
Right.
That's 35 minutes in bad traffic from where I live. So I've been pretty lucky since. I mean, I started doing this again on, I believe, July 29th. I played at an open mic, and I was like, yeah, I videotaped it. And I brought it home. I watched the videotape. I was like, I actually sat up in my seat. I was like, okay, I ain't bad. I can still do this shit. And then I watched one of my favorite concerts to watch, which is this guy, Leo Kottke.
Okay.
This is a very, very old picture of him. He's like 65 now, I think.
Right.
Or about 65. Somebody could probably correct me on that. But and he's a big hero of mine in that style of playing.
Okay.
Of course, on that song I'm playing banjo, but there's going to be an album version of Exit 231 that has dobro and 12-string. The 12-string is what I mostly seem to be known for.
Right. So when you got into music, you said about 25 years ago. I mean, what were you?
Yeah, about 88, 89.
Okay, so about 88, 89. So when? What were you doing then?
I was 8, 9 years old. I'm 33 now. At that point in time, there was a lot of really cool music happening. George Thorogood, Bonnie Raitt, a lot of slide guitar. George Thorogood, Bonnie Raitt.
Right.
Pink Floyd was a band again at the time. Dave Gilmour, he plays slide like this, not like I do, but still it was slide. So I was really influenced by that, and also by a band that had just gotten back together at the time called the B-52s. Their guitar was originally all like alternate tune. They had this guy, Ricky Wilson. He was like the first rock star to die of AIDS in the mid-'80s.
The B-52s, they are, I mean, they're a weird band.
Yeah.
Very weird
The weirder
band.
they get, the more they lose me. But the first album and most of the second album are golden, and also Cosmic Thing.
But yeah, even like, cause like the album after Cosmic Thinks, Cindy Wilson leaves, which right then and there, I mean, I had a crush on her when I was like 9, 10, 11, 12. I was like, okay, that's a deal breaker. I bought it, but I listened to it once, put it in the case, and it's been there ever since.
Right.
Ricky Wilson was a really good guitar player. That's Cindy's brother. And he was kind of a genius. I mean, he would have like 4 or 5 strings on the guitar with a gap in the middle.
Right.
So you'd have a chord down here, and then you'd have 2 melodies, 2 voices, 2 strings tuned to the same note. And you'd see a lot of this going on as the chords move around while the voice moves around over it. I mean, if they were on Saturday Night Live, they did Rock Lobster, and he does a solo at the end. I mean, they didn't have a bass player, remember? So we had to tune this thing real low at the bottom and higher at the top and just get this whole spectrum. It sounded like 2 instruments. Some people thought it was a bass player until they saw him play out. Anyway, that was an influence on me when I was 9, 10 years old, and also slide guitar was.
Now, let me ask you this, though. The thing, okay, now you said the B-52s is part of your influence when you're in.
Believe it or not, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. So if there was, if there a way to, play with one of your idols, who would it be?
Like anybody at all?
Anybody that,
anybody that's alive now?
Right,
or?
right.
I mean, I've always had ideas for people that are dead, but I never really thought about like anything that could actually realistically happen.
Well, give me someone that's dead or alive. Doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, there's a slide guitarist that I got a lot of my stuff from named Reiner Tasek, and a lot of people haven't heard of him. That's probably why a lot of people think my slide playing is so original, because I got what I do from a guy that's dead now that most people haven't heard of, unless they're into this band he was in and out of for years called Giant Sand. I always fantasized in my dreams, I guess, about trading licks with him, but he died when I was 17 years old, and I hadn't even heard of him yet. I've met Hal Gelb from Giant Sand and talked to him about it before, though, which is like really cool. And Hal signed my dobro when I told him how much I was into his buddy Reiner. And oh god, I mean, anybody living, I mean, I don't know, for some reason right when you said that, David Gilmour came to mind. I don't really know why. I'm a big Pink Floyd fan. I'm a big fan of all those guys solo, but when I mentioned to my dad years back, I'm like, why the hell I play slide guitar? He's like, yeah, I don't know. It might have been David Gilmour, because like originally I wanted to play slide Hawaiian style, like he does, like that.
Yeah.
Well, what I did was I took this. The family had we had one of those big Zenith console TVs with the wood trim and everything.
Yeah, right.
You open up the box when the remote control dies to hit the channels.
Exactly.
Okay, we had one of those secondhand given to us in the mid 80s till the early 90s. We had the big chrome plated remote control for it.
Yeah.
And I had my first maybe 5 to 10 copies of Guitar Player and Guitar World right here. So I'm like reading this article by a guy named Arlen Roth, and he's showing you how to play basic slide guitar, and I'm like, I want to do this. So I pull out this remote control. Oh, I can play slide with this thing. Okay, so about 2 weeks later, my dad calls me down. He's watching like a football game or something. Hey, yeah, what's going on? The hell were you doing to the remote control? Oh, I was playing guitar with it. Here, I showed him. He's like, well, what are you supposed to be doing that with? I'm like, oh, either a slide or a slide bar. So when we went to the store, they didn't have a slide bar for that style of playing. They had a bottleneck style slide.
Yeah.
So originally, I wanted to start doing this when I was 11. My hands were really small. I could only put one on my middle finger. When my hand grew out to like this size, I started putting it on my pinky because that's what I wanted to do. And I've been playing slide guitar almost the entire time I've been playing guitar. I've been playing 12 string almost the whole time I've been playing guitar. I really am a huge fan of metal. I follow a lot of local metal bands. I really like.
That's what I was going to get into real quick. I was going to ask you. Now, you said you
I'm
were
a big fan.
You were with Breaker?
Yeah. I got the opportunity to be in Breaker for a while. When I moved here in '96, I was in like punk bands originally. Originally playing bass just so that I could get.
No, you're originally from Cleveland?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I'm from northwestern Pennsylvania.
Okay.
A place called Warren County.
Okay.
A place called Pleasant Township is where I'm from. And we've moved with my dad's job. My dad worked with a place at the time called Penn Bank, which through a merger became Integro, which is an old bank you might remember. And then with a merger, they became National City. So through all that, we moved from, I was born in Warren. I lived there until 88 or 89. We moved to north of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
For another like 7 or 8 year block. And then we moved up here. My parents got divorced about 2 years later, right when I graduated high school. And I lived with my dad for another couple years. And, I was playing in punk bands. And,
now how did Breaker come about?
And the Breaker thing came about because one of these bands, that's what I was getting to. Sorry, one of these bands called the Tellers, we wanted to record, and other people were from Cleveland, and I wasn't, but, we were all 16, 17, 18. We didn't know about anything that was available to us, and I had just gotten a record by a band called Guided by Voices. It wasn't really Guided by Voices. It was their lead singer singing over this band called Cobra Verde. Guided by Voices had actually broken up. But they made this record with a bunch of Cleveland guys, and it was recorded at this place called 609. And I didn't really... I like I like a few songs on the record. I didn't like the record at large. I just knew it sounded really good. And then I went and actually bought Cobra Verde's album, and I thought that was really good. And that was recorded at the same studio. I'm like, well, okay, so somebody can find out if this 609 studio is not just some guy's basement. If we can actually record there, maybe see what his rates are like. And the guy ended up being, Don DePue, the bass player at the time for GBV, and he played bass for Cobra Verde, but it turned out that he played guitar for this band called Breaker.
Yeah.
And there were stickers all over the place, old Breaker logos from the 80s, because 609 was their practice space in the 80s.
Breaker,
So I started asking him about it.
So the Breaker, it was
just a band I was into for a while.
Now I know there was a couple of them back in the day. Now this is the one with
well, there's never been two at once or anything.
No, I don't think there was. It's
not like Elegans or
right, exactly. So I remember there was another.
It's not like Queensryche.
Right. There's another band called Breaker that was local here in Cleveland too.
That I don't know about.
I think there was.
There's been other bands called Breaker. There's been anywhere, even if you just go on metalarchives.com and look up Breaker, there's been even just 5-6 bands called Breaker. The reason is, not only does it mean like Heartbreaker or whatever, but it was a really good song by a band called Accept.
Yeah.
And that's where Cleveland's Breaker. I've never heard of another. That I don't know about. Right. Breaker started in the middle of '82. Like half of two bands joined together, and they started Breaker.
I know the one. Well, I know the original. You guys are the original, but I'm just saying there was some other band. I don't know if it was a cover or something.
We're probably not even original.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't an Accept cover band somewhere called Breaker.
That's probably what I'm thinking. I
wouldn't be surprised. That wouldn't surprise me at all,
Right.
because either they would call it that or they would call it Balls to the Wall, because those are like the best songs that, for me at least, those are my two favorite songs by
now.
Accept.
Let's getting back to your EP real quick.
Yeah.
Now, when you got to start recording your EP,
yeah,
what were you thinking? I mean, did you think that you wanted to go with like a full length album, or do you just wanted to throw out a few songs for people?
I wanted to throw the 5 songs out at first because I knew eventually I was going to be playing gigs.
Right.
And, you don't always get paid for gigs. Again, I've been pretty lucky over, I ended up not even planning it this way, but I had a slew of gigs it's going to end next weekend unless I get something booked in April, hint, hint, people. But, help me out. Anyone, I'll open for you. But I don't have anything after that until April. But I ended up, after the one last gig got booked, it was that Nirvana tribute, that Bleach thing at Chuck's Steakhouse like 2 weeks ago. I put them all on a new calendar. Somebody had gotten me my girlfriend had got me for Christmas. And I was like, oh, I have gigs every weekend. Oh, nice. Okay. So I've had gigs every weekend. It's been going pretty well. And, that was an old rule of mine from when I was doing it before. It's like, if you're going to be doing this, you got to have some kind of merchandise to sell, because even shows where not enough people show up, one or two people will get into what you're doing enough that you can make $5-10 off selling those for $5 a piece, which I have been. I've sold, it came out about the week before Halloween. I've sold like 45 copies of those somehow.
That's good.
Sometimes I can't believe it myself.
That's good though.
Oh, it's really good.
Now, what do you think of the Cleveland music scene? I mean, are they being good to you?
Yes, that's this last time, but it was a completely different scene, kind of. Not totally. I mean, I'm still playing some of the same bars. I mean, Foundry isn't really metal only anymore.
Yeah.
So they've had me back once since I started doing this. My band's first show was there, and I played with a bunch of other bands there. I mean, I've been in a ton of bands. It's just I always did this on the side when I kind of got out of everything for about 2 or 3 years.
Do you feel more comfortable doing this or being in a band?
I feel extremely more comfortable doing this.
Right.
I always have, but I always did this on the side because I was always thinking, I'll find the perfect band and everybody will get like, no, it doesn't work like that. Every band is going to have some sort of thing in it that bugs you. No matter which member of the band you are, there's always going to be something about somebody that bothers you. And that's what I don't like about it. I would rather meet these guys and be their friends. And the thing is, I can't go out and party with them because I don't drink. But I mean, go hang out with them or something. I'd rather do that than be in a band where we're all pretty much seeing each other at our worst all the time and at our crankiest. And I mean, and it's, I have a lot of problems with like uncontrollable feedback and stuff. So being like band rehearsals and stuff can really grate on me.
So basically doing this yourself is probably better off than just playing in a band, because you can actually you can do whatever you want with your own music and not have to worry about someone else saying, well, maybe we should do this or change it up this way or whatever.
It's not as much that. I mean, let me think. The first track on there,
is it the constructive criticism that you might get?
No. It's just I'm usually not on the same page as other people because I'm not like I haven't freaking gone to Juilliard or nothing, but I mean I've studied music theory when I did go to college for a few years,
right?
And I took everything else that went along with it. Recording, I ran a label for 10 years and then I sold it to a real label and now I own a recording studio from the money.
Right.
So I record my own stuff. I mix it. I don't master. And when I was doing this before, I didn't have those facilities available to me. I had like cheap 4 tracks and I had like the ability to say, well, maybe I can raise like $25 an hour and go to 609 and no. I mean, those guys normally record hard rock. Demos I'd put out before were mixed or mastered by them, even if I recorded it. And those guys are not used to doing anything with all acoustic music.
Now, what about
that's all? I mean, it's just not what they're into.
Right. What about the your whole genre? What type of genre of music do you have when?
I don't know what the hell it is.
You don't know what it is?
I really don't know what the hell it is because it's been called folk music now for like over 100 years, right? you know, people just, that's the go-to thing to call it is folk music because it's a guy standing here playing acoustic. But now we've had, since like, you know, the mid 50s with the whole history of rock, we've had metal, we've had punk. The whole time we've also had blues, or almost the whole time.
Yeah.
And now you put all that together, and the guy that's standing there playing 12-string acoustic by himself, like I am, is now influenced by all that stuff. It's not just like Pete Seeger, where it's like songs that he learned like from his buddies Woody Guthrie and Leadbelly. I mean, you know, those people are long gone. I play those songs, but I mean, I also do like acoustic versions of. I do rock. I do a lot of rock in my sets. I mean, there's Scorpion songs I even do, not like 80s stuff, but like 70s stuff.
What's your favorite type of music to do, though? I mean,
that whatever you would call what I'm doing here is my favorite kind of. It's what comes most naturally. It's what I don't have to pick and chisel on, like, oh, should I do this or do that? I always know what to do when I'm doing this. I mean, the title track there, Spiral, I wrote that song 19 years ago when I was 14 years old, and I had first gotten that 12-string guitar.
Wow.
From my parents. I still play it. I just got a pickup put in it recently.
That's cool.
Yeah, I know. I play that, and it's the guitar that I grew into the most. I don't still own any electrics from back then. The one, I took it out on tour with Cobra Verde, and I only had it in a gig bag, which was my stupid fault, but then somebody accidentally did boom that with it, and it kind of screwed up the body a little bit. The strap head got crushed into it, and
wow.
I've gutted
That
it
sucks.
and put it into other electric guitars, and none of my other guitars from back then, I've sold them and stuff. My Dan Electro's fallen apart. I'm not as close to any of my electric gear as I am to specifically just a couple of acoustic guitars that are in my collection.
That's cool. All right, real quick, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to get more with Derek when we come back, and we'll talk to him a little bit, and we'll do a couple more stories before the break comes, or before the show ends here, and we'll listen to one of his other tracks. So don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. You're listening to Uncensored Net Noise on morningshowcentral.com.
Uncensored Net Noise is fueled by Cocaine Energy Supplement. Hey, if you had to work on a Friday night, you'd need it too. Uncensored Net Noise. Every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern on Morning Show Central Radio Network. morningshowcentral.com. Got time in your hands?
Oh, fuck! Ow! Ow! Oh, ow!
What?
Oh, ow!
Send us an email. Hit the Contact Us page on morningshowcentral.com. You're listening to Uncensored Net Noise. User-friendly and ready to serve. morningshowcentral.com. If you have a product or service, let people know about it. Get your message out there and advertise on MSC Radio Network. It's easier than you think, and the whole planet is listening. Find out how you can advertise. Email Chris at morningshowcentral.com. Call the show toll-free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on morningshowcentral.com. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningshowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com.
MSC Radio Network has just tweeted the following.
This bowel movement won't come out. Check us out on Twitter at twitter.com/MSC Radio Network. User-friendly and ready to serve. morningshowcentral.com. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now.
This is President Barack Obama, and you're listening to MSC Radio Network.
Hey, local bands and unsigned artists. What if I told you there was a place in Cleveland where you can get your merch made and have it sold in one location? What if I said you could bring your CDs and tickets to upcoming shows to this location? And what if I said you could do live acoustic sets at this location? I bet you're thinking there's no such place in Cleveland. Guess what? You'd be wrong. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland, and tell him you need merch made and you want to sell it in his store. Now, how cool is that? You can tell your fans to come down and get your stuff, and I think he'd ship your products to your fans. And he's local. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland today. 216-622-0377. That's 216-622-0377. Got time on your hands?
Oh, fuck! Ow! 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 Ow!
What?
Ow!
Send us an email. Hit the Contact Us page on morningshowcentral.com. You're listening to Uncensored Net Noise. Are you tired of all the overhyped advertisements for energy drinks and energy supplements?
Maybe skydiving from a suborbital spacecraft or jumping a snowmobile over 80 buses is not in your agenda.
Maybe you just want to make it through the day effectively. Whether it's work, school, or raising a family, life's demands can be overwhelming. When you need that extra kick in the butt to help get you going, try Cocaine Energy. You'll not find a more effective energy supplement. Cocaine Energy has higher caffeine content per ounce than any other energy supplement on the market. And it's safe. Worried about the side effects of so much caffeine? We got you covered. Cocaine is scientifically formulated to mitigate against the side effects normally associated with large doses of caffeine, such as the jitters and heart palpitations. So what are you waiting for? Try cocaine today, because life doesn't wait. Cocaine is available at local retailers and online at www.drinkcocaine.com. That's drinkcocaine.com. Once again, that's drinkcocaine.com. This product does not contain the drug cocaine. Duh. This product is not intended to be an alternative to an illicit street drug. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Not recommended for children, pregnant women, or people sensitive to caffeine. Check out Uncensored Net Noise every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here. Uncensored Net Noise on morningshowcentral.com. There's more to life than mindless entertainment. You'll find out right after our show. Welcome back to Uncensored Net Noise. It's Uncensored Net Noise. Welcome back to Uncensored Net Noise. Live on morningshowcentral.com. If you'd like to call the show, 1-888-668-0742. previously on Uncensored Net Noise.
Who first taught the principle that black is beautiful?
That black is beautiful?
Yeah. What principle taught black is beautiful?
A principle?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Malcolm X.
Oh. Son of a bitch, man. Are you black?
Yeah, are you black?
You knew that? No, I'm not fucking black. I'm asking if you're black, okay?
It's Uncensored Net Noise. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank the fine people at the FCC for being such f***ing mother. Welcome back to Uncensored Net Noise.
All right, guys, we're back. If you want to call the show, the number's 888-668-0742. Or get to the website, morningshowcentral.com. If you could correctly guess how long that song was that we just played, I will give you a brand new MSC Radio Network t-shirt.
That's pretty cool.
If you call the show at 888-668-0742.
Oh, shit.
If you could correctly guess how long that song was, I will give you a free t-shirt. And then...
prog rock, man.
Yeah, I will... Derek knows the exact time for that song, so he can verify it.
I just about know it, yeah.
Okay, so...
Yeah.
All right, so I got... Now, the last song we just listened to,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know, dude. You need some sort of like LSD to listen to that song. I think. You know?
Yeah. It's a track that was. See, I mean, I've written all these songs like years ago already. I mean, I've been doing this forever. It's just I'm doing it as a main thing as opposed to the side of a band now. So more people are getting to hear it now. That's a track that was recorded at a show like 10 years ago, and I had written that piece out, but with the use of a pedal that does loops.
Right.
That's why it sounds like there's like 7 of me at the end, because digitally there are, but there's just it was completely live. That was in front of an audience. You can hear them talk in the background if you crank it up and everything. And I wasn't doing any drugs at the time, believe it or not. I was actually drinking a little bit, but not that much.
Right. So what was the inspiration of that track?
All right, the track's called Art School Girls. It comes from a few different places. It's there's some really good instrumentals on some of the first few Guided by Voices albums, and I figured out an approximation of one of them, but then I just kept elaborating on it, making things more complex to the point where I wasn't playing the same tune anymore. And so I wrote that, and I probably came up with that around when I got out of high school, and I got out of high school in 98. I mean, it wasn't like that. A loop pedal didn't exist yet. I started doing all that 11 years ago, but the main rhythm, track on there was something I wrote
What is some
years ago.
Let me ask you this: what is some of the constructive criticism that you get from some of your music? What do people say about like that specific track that we just played?
Well, it was.
Do they get it?
Yeah, it was on some. I mean, it's a track that's been around for a long time in that recording of it. So, I mean, there actually hasn't been a studio version of that song yet. I got to do that eventually. But no, it was on some demos, and I mean, people reviewed it and stuff, and it was like people came up with some very poetic ways of saying, like, it's like ice burning was one thing that somebody said, which is just like that thing at the end that just, it sounds like waves crashing, because the whole thing's going through a thing called a roto vibe, which it imitates a rotating Leslie speaker.
Right.
And you crank it up and down, and so
the waves move. I understand.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Uncensored
at different speeds, yeah.
Right. Uncensored Net Noise, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, man, it's Bastard Bunny calling in as usual.
What's up, Bunny?
Hey, man, just to answer your question, I think the song's, I want to say about 6 minutes long-ish, 6:01.
You're
really close.
You're close. I'll give you one more guess, and that's it. You're close. I mean, you're really close.
You're right on the edge.
I mean,
there.
you're so hot right now.
We're not going to tell you whether it's plus or minus, though.
If you get really, really close enough, I will turn around and give it to you. But
Yeah,
you gotta get at least really close to it, though.
603?
No. A little higher than that. A little higher than that.
A little higher than 610?
You're close.
Ain't no longer than 610.
You are.
Ain't longer than 610.
You are.
Now you're stringing them along, and he's going to get it.
You
like,
are
within
really
2 guesses.
close.
611?
That's look. This is it. Last and final.
He's doing the
guess.
Price is Right thing, where
Right.
he's just like going up one.
I'm giving a shirt away. I don't care.
Yeah, I know.
What?
I know.
What's okay?
I know.
All
I
right.
would say 613.
There you go.
613, final answer.
You did it. You did it.
He was
Yay.
He was going in the right direction. He was going up.
613.
So.
You got it, Bunny. Send me your address, and I'll email or I'll send you out a shirt.
Email me a shirt. That'd be cool. If
I
you
will-
actually email me a shirt. If you could actually email me a shirt, that'd be so awesome.
I will try
That's
to.
some sci-fi
I
shit.
I can email you the picture of the shirt if you
Yeah,
like.
really.
All right, you got any?
Extra large. I'm kind of fat.
You got any other
Same
questions?
I do have a couple of questions for you, dude. I mean, I've been trying to figure out. Years ago, I was in college and took a music class, and
Yeah.
there was this composer. I think the guy's name was Philip Glass.
Yeah, sure.
And the guy was like, I'll be honest with you. I mean, this is the music they play in Hell. Okay. I think,
Yeah, no, you're
that.
right. You're absolutely right. Yeah. I mean,
I'm not
it can
saying
be
you're
really
bad,
freaking hard
okay?
to
Your
listen
stuff
to.
is
I mean,
interesting, but what I'm trying to really understand here is, am I supposed to feel a certain way listening to it, or am I supposed to be trans?
I don't really know because I mean,
what?
like,
I'm trying to understand where you're going with it. That's all I want to know.
oh
I'm
yeah,
trying to
yeah,
get
yeah. Yeah, where am I going with it? Art school girls. That was actually that there was maybe one beer involved in that performance. I wasn't on any drugs or anything, so I really don't know how to almost like answer that. It's yeah, I mean, sure, we can be like Eddie Trunk and be like, oh, it takes you on a journey, but and I mean, yeah, it does, and maybe it should a little bit, but it's
Well, I just want to know where this journey ends up.
yeah, I know, it's
Right.
it's well, sometimes it ends up with some doobies, I mean, Dubarellas.
What was that, Bunny? Go ahead. Try it again.
I mean, Rush and Judas Priest take you on journeys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boston even does to an extent.
I
mean,
like
I'm just
Boston.
trying to get this one.
I
mean,
like Boston.
It sounds good. I ain't gonna lie to you. It sounds great.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to really understand. I mean, it's like, okay, it's kind of like mellow.
Yeah,
Am I
art
supposed
school-
to be- I mean,
yeah, 'cause art school
I'll
girls-
be honest with you, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't really have like.
There's a little bit of a delay.
High or drunk, or what am I supposed to be doing? Am I supposed to be like in a different state of mind listening to this?
A little bit. I mean, it can be definitely. Well, okay. For instance, like the next EP that I've got coming out next month is all instrumental, and yeah, it's definitely like some chill out music. I mean, it's definitely like that stuff is definitely something you could put on and just like have people over or something because like there's not like lyrics, nothing goes up and down, there's nothing where all of a sudden it's really goddamn heavy and I'm screaming. No, there's nothing like that. It's some chill out music, and I mean I wouldn't necessarily say I'm into mellow music. I'm definitely into acoustic stuff that rocks, and you can. I mean, I have a saying, if it's good, I'll headbang to it. And I mean, there is definitely acoustic music that I headbang to, and it's not just like grunge bands playing on MTV Unplugged. It's actual acoustic artists where I'm like, yeah, But, I mean, to answer your question, I mean, different songs have different like feelings and purposes to them. I mean, that one is definitely, there's no beat to it. It's completely, I mean, if you're trying to count something, forget about it. You can't, I mean, I can sort of count to it now because I've been playing the song for like 15 years. But I mean, when I was playing it in that loop device, I don't think the device counted beats or anything. And it was just like kind of a free flowing thing. I mean, there's, I overlay those trills on it and stuff. It's not, and I mean, while all those loops are going on, I'm just sort of walking around the stage, like playing leads.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the section in the show where I can get to do that. The other parts of this show, the whole show is right here in my two hands, and I'm finger picking like a motherfucker, and I'm like, I'm probably sweating my ass off, and I'm trying to sing at the same time, remember everything I'm doing, because I'm responsible for all of it. But oddly enough, I'm weird like that, and that makes me worry less than being in a band.
No.
I don't know why.
Any other?
I mean,
let me ask you this: can I use this music to like seduce women? I mean, like get them naked.
If you-
I mean, that's what I mean. I'll bring it back to my house and I put a CD in, and it's like they're like
that would be
totally
like, I mean, that would be
totally hypnotized. And
Yeah.
it just.
I mean,
Is that
art school
possible?
girls would be one of the good tracks for that, and I mean, there's going to be more tracks like that coming up. It's the EP is.
Are they going to be this long, 6 minutes and 13 seconds long?
There's going to be some stuff like that, but see, the thing with the next EP is it's a bunch of really, really short tunes. They're all like 2 minutes to 4 minutes long, but there's like a bunch of them.
Okay.
And
that's one of my thoughts. I want to suck my dick before 6 minutes, dude. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, I understand. I understand. I mean, that's why you don't put on Genesis. You don't put on Yes.
Right.
There's only certain Rush albums you would put on, but who the fuck wants to like do that? I mean, I love Geddy Lee's voice, but still,
Right. Exactly.
You're not going to fucking do that to Geddy Lee talking about Tom Sawyer.
Right. Exactly. I get you.
Singing Neil Peart lyrics. Neil Peart lyrics don't really get chicks in bed, folks.
All right. You have any other questions for him, Bunny?
No, man, I'm good. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thanks for calling in,
All
man.
right, buddy. Thanks. All right. Now, let me ask you this really, really quick, though. As far as the
Makes
the
things
music goes.
interesting. When Medicaid was on here, nobody called in.
The whole time that you're doing your music and you're putting it together and everything, was there some sort of like a certain way you wanted to put these tracks together, or was it just like whatever comes off the top of my head is what I'm going to put together?
Yeah. All 5 of those tracks had previously been on like other demos that had come out in the last 10 years. So, I mean, and I tell people that have been into my music that long before they buy it. But the thing is, in this day and age, a lot of people don't really end up holding on to CDs that long. And CDRs don't all last very long.
No.
So a lot of people don't still have any of that crap, and they're like, no, there's $5.
Well, here's
well, thank you.
Well, here's the thing, though. Now, speaking of that, though, is your music available online for download?
Yeah. You can get Spiral EP with the artwork. You can download a copy of Ryan Jones's artwork, and you can download Jennifer Schmidt's liner notes that she wrote with full lyrics and where everything was recorded and when and everything. You can get it at DePrator.bandcamp.com, and DePrator is spelled DePrator. So if you go to DePrator.bandcamp.com, you can actually get the download cheaper than you would get it for in person. You can get it for $4.
Nice.
Instead of 5. And there's going to be another EP out next month, and there's going to be a full length out more toward the summer.
Nice. That'll work then. I mean, and then you have any gigs coming up?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay, where are you going to be at?
Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be at Trios. Trios is a bar that you probably walked past a million times and never noticed it was there. That's what a lot of people say. But I play shows there once a month. I play at their open mic every Tuesday. Me and Michael Klein from Breaker, who is another guy that's not in Breaker anymore. You get to see us jam together every Tuesday. And then I play there. It's either the second or third Saturday of every month. And I do like 2 or 3 sets, whatever fills the time. And it's 13362 Madison Avenue. Yeah, 13362. It's catty-cornered from Manja and where Chris Warp Records was.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you know where those places are, that's a
What's the name of the place again?
Trios, Trio.
Yeah, just do a Google search for it. You'll be able to get the address and
Oh,
everything.
yeah. It's 13362 Madison. And, I mean, where Chris Warp Records was, just look across the street for a bar that you never noticed before
Right,
that barely
exactly.
has a sign, and that's Trios.
Exactly.
But it's a great place to hang out.
All right. What we're going to do is we're going to come back. We're going to take our last break of the night, and then we're going to come back. We're going to wrap it up. I got a bunch of stories. Derek, you going to stick around for stories?
Yes, I am.
All right. I got a bunch of stories here that we're going to talk about when we come back. I got a Texas teacher that leaves lasso marks on his student. And a couple other stories I want to get to before we get the hell up out of here. So don't go nowhere, guys. We'll be right back. You're listening to Uncensored Net Noise on morningshowcentral.com.
Don't touch that mouse, or we'll come to your home and pistol whip you. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. Right here on morningshowcentral.com. Are you tired of all the overhyped advertisements for energy drinks and energy supplements?
Maybe skydiving from a suborbital spacecraft or jumping a snowmobile over 80 buses is not in your agenda.
Maybe you just want to make it through the day effectively. Whether it's work, school, or raising a family, life's demands can be overwhelming. When you need that extra kick in the butt to help get you going, try Cocaine Energy. You'll not find a more effective energy supplement. Cocaine Energy has higher caffeine content per ounce than any other energy supplement on the market, and it's safe. Worried about the side effects of so much caffeine? We got you covered. Cocaine is scientifically formulated to mitigate against the side effects normally associated with large doses of caffeine, such as the jitters and heart palpitations. So what are you waiting for? Try cocaine today, because life doesn't wait. Cocaine is available at local retailers and online at www.drinkcocaine.com. That's drinkcocaine.com. Once again, that's drinkcocaine.com. This product does not contain the drug cocaine. This product is not intended to be an alternative to an illicit street drug. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Not recommended for children, pregnant women, or people sensitive to caffeine.
Hey, this is Steve Snyder from Twisted Sister, and you're listening to Uncensored Net Noise.
If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade. With the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area, they cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningshowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com.
You want a date? I'm gonna puke on you. Gee, I don't think I have a price for that.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. Right here on morningshowcentral.com. If you have a product or service, let people know about it. Get your message out there and advertise on MSC Radio Network. It's easier than you think, and the whole planet is listening. Find out how you can advertise. Email Chris at morningshowcentral.com. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. Hey, local bands and unsigned artists. What if I told you there was a place in Cleveland where you can get your merch made and have it sold in one location? What if I said you could bring your CDs and tickets to upcoming shows to this location? And what if I said you could do live acoustic sets at this location? I bet you're thinking there's no such place in Cleveland. Guess what? You'd be wrong. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland, and tell him you need merch made and you want to sell it in his store. Now, how cool is that? You can tell your fans to come down and get your stuff, and I think he'd ship your products to your fans. And he's local. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland today. 216-622-0377. That's 216-622-0377. Call the show toll free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on morningshowcentral.com.
Whoa,
Wow.
Language. Okay, he was PMSing.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. Check out Uncensored Net Noise every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here. Uncensored Net Noise on morningshowcentral.com. Oh, great. Not another Farmville request. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/morningshowcentral. Denying one Farmville request at a time.
Prepare to get your cock rocked to kingdom come.
Welcome back to the show that doesn't discriminate. We'll bang everyone equally.
You can handle that? You got a job.
It's Uncensored Net Noise. From the Cocaine Energy Supplement Studio, you're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. It's Uncensored Net Noise. Welcome back to Uncensored Net Noise. Live on morningshowcentral.com. If you'd like to call the show, 1-888-668-0742.
I'm sitting here thinking of the sad and lonely friend in my head that could use a little home. He's eating cookies, drinking milk, and watching MTV. And some say he'd be better off alone. I'm bored, I'm torn, I got nothing to do. But when you do it to yourself, what else can you do? I listen to Bob Dylan, listen to Pete Seeger, listen to Joan Baez, no one thinks I'm cool. What's wrong with me? Nothing you could see. But in my head, oh, I'm a nervous wreck. We should hook up and drink from the bitter cup and lie, 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 lie. Like in
on Uncensored Net Noise.
Have gone south. It's a fucking train wreck.
How does this make you feel, Darnell? Does it make you feel black?
My president's black, so that's all that matters.
All right.
Well, half.
Yeah, he's half.
He's half.
Me
All right.
too.
Can I have his chicken when he fails?
Obama! It's Uncensored Net Noise.
Uncensored Net Noise.
What happens when a dysfunctional family stops taking their medication?
Oh, this is so hilarious.
Keep listening and find out. It's Uncensored Net Noise.
All right, we're back. You want to call the show? The number's 888-668-0742. Or get to the website, morningshowcentral.com. Jump in the chat. I'm in there right now. We got about 20 minutes left. 10, 20 minutes left for the show. Then we'll get the hell out of here. Make room for the weekend shows. Oh, God. How I love the weekend shows. All the crazy chaos that happens on the weekends. Awesome. Chris, you need to come in and intern this week. Yeah, no, Saturday. Can you? Tomorrow? Or do you work? All right, cool. Yeah, you and Spence need to come in because I think it's their cipher thing they're going to be doing this week. It's part of the first in a month type thing or last in a month type thing they're doing. Okay, let me know. All right, I got a story here. It's from Palm Beach, Florida. And basically what happened was a youth service officer is back on the job Tuesday after a Palm Bay police dog, you ready for this? Suddenly bit the guy's crotch.
I knew that was coming.
Right. Bit him right in the crotch. The police were conducting a search from, I guess, a house they got broken into and in a wooded area. When the officer was bitten, Channel 9's Christopher Heath spoke to the dog's handler, who says types of bites who can considerably do damage in seconds, in which this dog, had a serious bite and did some serious damage to him. And he was out of work for a little while. They still don't understand why the dog bit the officer, but the dog is now on, I guess, unpaid leave. So I guess what is he going to do? No dog food for the dog or something like that?
Bad puppy.
I have no idea what they're going to do.
Bad.
So, this dog is not working anymore since he's bit his partner, I guess.
Does it say how old the dog is and how long it had been on the force? So to speak?
Well, let's see. The dog was a German Shepherd.
Well, yeah.
Okay, and it doesn't say how long the
makes
dog was
sense.
on the force, but it does say a dog's power, the jaw power is about 1,000 pounds per square inch.
It's a lot, yeah.
So when these dogs sink into you, they ain't gonna let go. They're done. You're done.
Yeah, that guy's never having kids again.
No, he'll never have kids again. I put him right in the groin, man. Oh my God, it had to hurt. I have another story here about a gentleman in Pennsylvania. He, I guess, mysteriously lost his prosthetic eye. An assault trial over a fight that costed this man's left eye. He was in court and he was confronting the guy that that attacked him and everything. And I guess he got so enraged that his left eye, prosthetic eye, popped out during the trial.
Yeah.
Shot across the courtroom, and guess where it landed? Right on the judge's bench.
I'll convince you.
Right.
Yeah. That's...
So
I bet his lawyer probably told him to try to make something like that.
I don't know how he got that thing to squirt from his eye from his socket to the bench.
If he's had it for years, he probably.
Well,
knows
no,
how
this
to
is
do
this
that
is this
shit.
is actually a new prosthetic eye that this is brand new to him. So yeah,
Oh, wow.
I don't know how he got that thing to squirt that
Well,
far.
that could have just been that accidental then.
Yeah, according to our sources, we have a one-eyed gentleman on MSC Radio Network. His name is Brian. He does the show Dominion Live here every Friday night, which you can check him out tonight on DominionLiveChicago.com and check out his show. He said that this guy is full of crap, that there's no way that his prosthetic eye cost $3,000. He said that the prosthetic eye that he has only costed him a little under $1,500. So when the eye popped out of its socket, landed on the judge's bench, it got destroyed.
Of course.
So now he has to figure out how to get a new prosthetic eye because the money that he spent for the first one, he doesn't have enough for a second one now. So I think we need to reach out to this guy and send him Brian's person where he got his eye from.
Yeah.
And maybe help him out a little bit because a prosthetic eye, like Brian said, shouldn't cost $3,000.
And they fleeced him.
The guy that ripped his eye out is now in jail right now. He's serving an 8-year sentence for the fight and the loss of this guy's left eye. So good. At least the guy got some sort of revenge. But now he has to sacrifice going around with an empty eye socket or a patch for a little while until he gets a new prosthetic eye. Yeah, I'd love to interview that guy. Yeah. Funny in the chat room, like you should interview that guy. I got this other story here before we get the hell up out of here. Texas teacher, before we went to break, I was talking about this. Texas teacher leaves lasso marks on one of its students. This happened in Texas, go figure. A Texas middle school teacher has been placed on leave after a lassoing lesson went bad.
They give lasso lessons in school?
Right, exactly. That's what I was trying to.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, they don't do that in the schools that I went to.
I've never heard of that.
So,
yeah, it's Texas, but
yeah, shouldn't you be learning like math and science and reading and all that stuff and lasso lessons in school? I guess.
Yeah.
Whatever. You should be learning this from your
that's the first thing
your father.
Yeah, exactly.
On the farm or
because he
something.
probably did that. Yeah.
Right.
If you're in Texas, yeah.
So this 7th grader, he was, I guess, the cattle. I guess.
Oh God.
And the teacher was showing the other students how to lasso, to do a perfect, throw and lasso them. So they decided to use one of the students as a piece of cattle. And when he did this, the rope went around his neck and he pulled real hard and left marks on the side of the kid's neck.
That's what we have inanimate objects that look
Right.
like animals for. That's what that was invented for.
The 13-year-old student he ended up with bruises on his neck, with the lasso landed on him incorrectly.
Yeah.
So the teacher can't even throw the damn lasso correctly and show the students how to even do it in the first place.
Apparently.
And now he's left with marks. This is something that we feel that this is the school saying this. This is something that we shouldn't be doing in school right now. Using students as our inanimate objects, like Derek said.
Right.
And the teacher was placed on I guess academic leave for a little while.
Great.
And this may possibly have criminal charges brought up against the teacher for lassoing the kid and leaving bruises on the kid's neck. Listen.
That sucks for the kids, too, because now they're going to be taught by a substitute teacher for the rest of the year that doesn't know what they're doing.
Right.
Doesn't know any of the kids.
Right. And then on top of that, though, their lassoing lessons are going to be, crap now. So.
Well, yeah, they're going to be done by a substitute teacher that probably doesn't know lasso as well. I mean, if that's what they're doing in Texas,
Right. Exactly.
I mean, I got a couple friends from Texas, but I don't know if any of them are going to call on the show.
Right.
I'd like to know if that's what they had to go through when they were in school.
I mean,
I've just never heard of that.
Right.
I mean,
all the times that I've went to school, I've never, ever had some sort of lasso lessons.
Is this in a gym class?
No, this is actually in school. I guess is maybe part of their curricular or something. I don't know how it all works in Texas.
It's
right. I guess it goes from like state to state. Like maybe different things for different,
dodgeball was bad.
Right, exactly.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I think the worst thing I've done was like the rope climb in gym class.
I couldn't get up the thing one damn foot.
Well,
I couldn't do it at all.
Yeah, I got rope burns on my hands from doing it.
Exactly.
So, Uncensored Net Noise, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, Basher Bunny again.
Yeah, what's up, Bunny?
Not much, man. I was about to say, rope climbing as far as I ever got. Dude, I'm from Texas. What school district was this?
Let me.
I'm just curious
story.
because I mean,
this happened.
I'm from Texas. I was born there. I was just curious.
Rolette, Texas.
What the fuck is that?
I have no idea.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, wait. Hold on. No, wait. This actually is in Dallas.
That's in Dallas?
Yeah, it's near Fort Worth.
Dallas is weird, dude.
Yeah, it's the Garland. It's the.
I've lived up in Dallas. Before. It's weird up there. You want to go there? It's scary.
Yeah, it's the Garland Yeah, it's the
think Los Angeles, but all Republicans instead.
Okay.
And no strippers.
I agree. All right, it's the Garland Independent School District is where it's at.
I know exactly where that is. Actually, I know exactly where that is.
Yeah, that's over by Fort Worth and Dallas and all that crap, though. Yeah, so.
It's on the Fort Worth. I know that's on the Fort Worth side.
Right.
Anyway, here's why I called back. All right, I've been saying, have you had a chance to browse the Plain Dealer this week and take a look at the new tax structure that Kasich put out?
No, I try to stay away from politics because every time I bait you on the show, it's the Bastard Bunny Hour with politics.
Yeah.
Well, I may be going away from Bastard Bunny to my real name.
Jesus Christ.
I'm seriously considering running for governor. I'm thinking about it. I'm not 100% sure I can do it yet. I want to look at the website over the weekend, do some research, and I want to figure out if I can do it because the guy is basically a rhino at this point. I mean, he campaigned on abolishing the state income tax. He campaigned on right to work state. He has campaigned on energy independence, and he is campaigning against Obamacare, and he has done zero of that. He has accomplished absolutely fucking nothing of everything he campaigned on.
Well,
nothing.
That's pretty typical of anybody.
That's a major politician right there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's any politician. That's how they usually work, man.
Sadly, he's just doing his job there.
Right. So.
I mean, realistically, but you think he would have accomplished something. Dude, I watched the video of his State of the State. He's sitting there, and he goes the next day he's up there in Cleveland, and he's actually doing this presentation for some business leaders, and he's showing them these new taxes, this new tax sales structure scheme he's coming up with. And these guys, I shit you not, go pull up the video on YouTube. He is serious.
I know who
these guys are looking at him like, what the fuck is this man smoking?
Right, exactly.
He's supposed to be Republican, buddy. I mean, they're looking at him like he's crazy.
I agree.
Like he's insane. Like he's a Democrat. Okay, at least Bobby Jindal, the guy down, the governor of Louisiana, at least he's trying to get rid of the state income tax there.
Yeah.
He's at least. I gotta give him credit there. I mean, dude, you have Michigan, just went right to work state. You got Indiana, right to work state. Kentucky's even talking about it. In fact, Kentucky, they're saying in 2014 their income tax is gone. Do you have any idea what an income, if they abolish their income tax, that's going to do to the city of Cincinnati?
It's really gonna be bad. I tell you right now, it's gonna be really, really bad if they do that because then there's gonna be a lot of jobs that are gonna be lost and there's gonna be a lot of problems in the city. And yeah, I agree 100% that. Yeah, it's going to cause a lot of chaos. So yeah, I get you.
I mean, I'm not sure I'm going to run yet. I mean, obviously, I would not win. I get that. I mean, the whole point would be basically, bring awareness to it. I'm going to do some research over the weekend, figure out what kind of money I got to throw at this, and
Right.
see what I can do, what's realistic. But I may be paying you for some advertising and stuff like that. But I'm starting to really want. I mean, I'm like going. I know I won't win, but someone's got to freaking get up and do something.
How cool would that
No
be?
one's doing it.
How cool would that be, Bastard Bunny as our mayor of Ohio? That would be freaking awesome, dude. Then I can definitely go to Bastard Bunny and say, look, I need funding for MSC Radio Network. Could you find me an investor to get this off the ground? And I'm sure I can get it done.
Something? That shouldn't be a problem, and I'll tell you why. They gave $500 million
Right.
to Elon Musk. Remember him?
Yeah.
He was the guy that put PayPal and SpaceX together, put out that shitty Tesla S car. Remember
Right.
that?
Right.
They gave that guy $500 million.
I get you.
Okay? No shit. Okay?
I know.
I mean,
I know.
if I should be able to get you a few $100,000.
Yep. Yep. All right, Bunny. I appreciate you calling in, man.
Hey, man, take it easy.
All right, later, dude. There's Bastard Bunny. I know we had another call coming in, though, but I didn't want to take it. I wanted to see what Bastard Bunny had to say about his politics, because he usually calls in at this time every week for his little politics segment, and it's always a doozy when he calls in, though. So the lines are open if you want to call 888-668-0742.
Now that you can call, please call.
Right, exactly.
I'd like to talk to whoever calls.
Uncensored Net Noise, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, I was calling to say hello to my friend Derek right now.
Now, all right, so who is this and where are you calling from?
This is his friend David from Pittsburgh, an old friend of mine.
Okay. And turn down your computer a little bit so we can hear you. Yeah, because we can hear you in the back.
We got some echo.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
All right, I got a TV on here, too. What's going on? How's that? Is that better?
What? What?
All right, I'm in the other. I had to go into the other room so I could actually hear you guys.
All right. Did you have a question for Derek?
Yeah. Will you actually be playing any music on the show tonight?
Yes, we already played
Or
three.
is this,
We played 3 of his songs tonight already, and we're at the close of the show right now.
Okay, cool. Good stuff.
Hey, man, it's nice to hear from you. This is the guy that I grew up with, that I went to high school with in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And he lives in Florida now. It's one of those Facebook reconnection things.
That's cool. That's
cool. we didn't hear from each other for about 15 years. And
that's awesome.
I just kept texting him. I'm like, try again. Dude. I'm calling the show. I'm like, please try again. It's
well,
nice
hey,
to
I'm glad
hear
he
from
got.
you, man.
I'm glad he got through though. So you're a big friend. You're a friend of Derek's. What was he like as a kid, growing up?
Here's where you get your chance to shine, Dave.
I don't know, man. He was pretty much just like the rocker type, and I always thought he was a cool dude, and learned a lot about how to play guitar from him. And I don't know, man. It's pretty funny, pretty cool guy.
What do you think of his music? Have you heard any of his latest stuff? What do you think of his music?
He has, yeah.
I think a lot more people need to get a chance to hear his music. There's a good drawing for his style, which is, to me, is like a combination of bluesy folk rock, and there's a good drawing for that.
Right. Right.
Nowadays,
I mean, these days you hear stuff like that
a lot
in
of
commercials
good
and
music
stuff
like that in the South.
Right.
Yeah.
I get it though. I mean, we listened to his 6 minute and 13 second track on the air, and it was pretty. It was. I don't know. I thought there for a minute that I would have to go do a couple doses of LSD during that song, but other than that though, yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good though.
It's trippy.
Yeah, it is kind of trippy though.
Oh, yeah. It's an acquired taste. I would definitely say that.
I would have to agree with you 100% though.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. I thank you for calling in, man.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, man, no doubt.
Talk to you soon, brother.
Good to see you on the internet, radio, TV waves, Derek. That's awesome.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
All right, man.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yep. Keep up the good work, guys. All
right.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
There you go. And real quick before we get the hell up out of here, go ahead and plug where you're going to be playing at the next couple shows here.
Yeah, okay. Again, tomorrow at a bar called Trios. They don't normally have live music except for like when I do it and one or two other people. It's Lakewood. It's 13362 Madison Avenue, across from the old Chris Warp Records. Sort of. And the next week, it's Friday that I'm playing. I'm playing at Mayall's 20 Lanes with Zila and one or two other people that he's gotten. I don't know who else he's gotten to do the show right now, but playing with Zila is always fun.
Awesome.
That guy's a laugh riot and a half.
And where can I get your music?
Okay, yeah, DePrator.bandcamp.com. And if you just want to look me up on Facebook, just look up Derek DePrator, DePrator. I've got a personal page and a like page. There's nothing not weird you can call that. It is a like page.
Right.
What the hell?
I don't know exactly what.
I know, seriously.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to thank Derek for coming in and hanging out with us tonight. And
thank you guys for having me.
Not a problem. And if you want to check out our website, go to our website, uncensorednetnoise.com. You can download this and all the other shows that we did in the past. Also, go to our other website, our main website, morningshowcentral.com. There you'll be able to find the brand new T-shirts that we have for MSC Radio Network. If you want one, go there and call Rick Navario from Rock City, Cleveland, and you can pick up a shirt from him right there at the store, or you can call him. He'll ship one right to you. The shirts cost $15 plus shipping. I think it's a great deal for one of our shirts. And also check out our sponsor, drinkcocaine.com. That's drinkcocaine.com. Once again, they have the shots up there. They have the energy drink up there. I'm gonna say, get it now. That's all I'm gonna say. Get it now. Yeah. I'm not gonna say any more. I know something.
I know what you mean by that. And I'm not gonna. Yeah,
I know. I know. Well, you don't know the whole story. You don't know everything.
I don't know the whole thing.
You don't know.
I can just imagine.
Okay. I'm just gonna say right now. Go to their website, drinkcocaine.com. That's all I'm gonna say. Get it now. That's all I'm gonna. Yeah, that's it. I'm done. Yeah. All right, we're gonna get the hell up out of here. You guys have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you again next week, guys. Peace. We're out.
Okay, wait. I love you. Okay, bye.
I'm not even going to say anything. It's so embarrassing.
What the fuck is going on?
The crew at Uncensored Net Noise would like to thank the sponsors that make our weekly show possible. Cocaine Energy Supplement, Lifestyle Limousine, Intense Frequency Production, Guitar Center, North Olmsted, Ohio, Joe the Printer Guy, Broken Fan Media, and Pete99.com. Web hosting done right. Did you miss any of the show?
What the hell happened to you guys?
Actually, we were hoping you could tell us.
Then check out our website at morningshowcentral.com and visit the archives for this and other past shows. Also, check out the games, photo galleries, chat rooms, and more.
We're supposed to be fighting for truth, justice, and the American way here.
The views and opinions expressed on this show are not controlled by the FCC, our wives, girlfriends, gay lovers, or favorite barnyard animals. And if you have any complaints, call someone who cares. Be sure to tune in next week for another sick and twisted edition of Uncensored Net Noise.
Ah, conspiracy theories and masturbation. I suspected there was a connection.
If you have any questions, comments, bitches, complaints, or great stories about barnyard fetishes, shoot us an email at show@morningshowcentral.com. And be sure to check out the live show next Friday night, beginning at 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on morningshowcentral.com.
Must be great to be able to make a living doing something you love.
From Chris and the rest of the gang here at Uncensored Net Noise, have a great weekend, and we'll catch you next week.